Check it out, it's a moody looking day. It was raining all morning. It's so wet. I guess welcome to 2021. Things still kinda feel the same, don't it? Recording. Okay, cool. Oh. There's a box behind me. Welcome to 2021. My name is Jeremy. Welcome to the video, and I hope you've had a fantastic start to the year so far. So here's the dish. I did not make a New Year resolution this year. In fact, I haven't made a proper one in years. And a big part of that is because New Year's resolutions as an idea never really resonated with me for a couple of reasons. One, because you are more likely to fail with a New Year resolution than succeed. It's just the stats. People start off the year wanting to go to the gym, and the statistics of like gym and fitness drop throughout the year in this like slope, right? So I don't like the idea of setting myself up for failure. And also because I know that I just don't have it in me to be committed and dedicated to myself. I can't even commit to eating breakfast. And I know I'm not the only one, because more often than not, anytime I talk to a person about a New Year resolution, they'll say, oh, it's more likely to fail. Oh, why even bother? Like, why waste your time? And I get it, right? Because when you set a goal for yourself and you don't achieve it, you kind of feel like crap and you feel guilty. So why would you set yourself up for failure? Which makes complete sense to me. But here's the thing though, I like the idea of making a New Year's resolution because it shows that there is a part of your life that you want to improve. And the fact that you're making a resolution means you are working, or you would like to work on improving your life. And that's fantastic, right? Like why wouldn't you want that? Just so happens that the resolution, the vehicle of change, is just so demanding in terms of like commitment and dedication. You might even have to sacrifice a couple of things. And more often than not, people like us, people like me, and if you're like me, you just want to be comfortable as much as possible. So I've been thinking about making a no resolution that will feel like you've made a resolution. Does that make sense? Let me see if I can rephrase that a little bit. Basically, over the past, I don't know, a couple of years, I guess, I've been trying to be a little bit more conscious about my habits and the things that I do and the reasons why I do them. And I've come up with this series of questioning, like internal conversation that you have with yourself called The Reason. And I feel like if you implemented this method, or you did this kind of like internal self-speak to yourself, you would get the benefits or the feeling of having performed a resolution without actually making a resolution. Okay, wait, let me just tell you what the technique is first, okay? So the technique is very simple. Anytime you want to do something or you're faced with a choice, you ask yourself, what is the reason I want to do this thing? And then once you have that reason, you ask yourself a second follow-up question, where you ask yourself, will this choice I'm about to make based on this reason take me closer to where I want to go in life or the person that I want to be? I mean, I know it sounds like very self-help, and it's like, ooh, a little selfie, but for me it's a very functional thing, because when I measure my choices or my thoughts against these questions, it becomes a little bit more clear on whether the task at hand is actually something that I genuinely enjoy or want to do versus something that I'm doing out of obligation, or maybe some form of peer pressure, or maybe just me being a lazy bum. And the great thing about The Reason is that there are no right or wrong answers. You can say, no, it's not going to take me closer to being fitter, but I enjoy ice cream way too much and I think this one time is fine. And that's okay. The whole idea behind this technique is not so much to increase productivity or to get you to hustle harder, but it's more about getting you to reclaim responsibility over your choices. I think more often than not, people generally blame external factors for the bad stuff that happens to them. And sure, some things are just out of our hands, but the way we react to them, the way we handle them, that's completely within our control. So The Reason is one way to kind of like tell ourselves, I used to tell myself over and over again that I have a lot more control over how I react than I think. So this, in my opinion, helps a little bit with that New Year's resolution dilemma, because what is a resolution if not your attempt at taking control over part of your life that you're not happy with, right? And turning it into something that brings you closer to happiness or joy or the person that you want to be. So don't think about resolutions in that specific, like I want to go to the gym 3 times a week, but think about it in the sense of Why am I doing this? And will it take me closer to who or where I want to be? And more often than not, the decisions become just a little bit clearer. If there is one thing you need to be ready to do when you do the reason, it's really to be as honest as possible with yourself. I think a lot of us tell ourselves things to make ourselves feel better about, our own inadequacies and shortcomings. But when you're talking to yourself, there's nobody there judging you. So feel free to just be as straightforward and obvious and honest as possible. And hopefully, when you hear yourself just bitch and moan about how unfair the world is, you get tired of your own bitching and moaning and you go, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm gonna go fix myself. I'm gonna go do this thing so that I stop whining about it. And yeah, that's it really. That's the reason. That's the method. It's this weird thing that I've been trying to do over the past few years to just kind of like take control of just the way life is going. It won't always go well. It won't always be smooth. There will be mistakes that are made. And even when bad things happen, at least you feel like I'm responsible for it. That means I can make sure that this mistake doesn't happen again in the future. And I think that's an extremely powerful thing. So starting from 2021, I feel like you don't actually have to do a New Year's resolution ever again. All you gotta do is just ask yourself why you're doing a thing and whether it's gonna take you closer to the person that you wanna be. And all your resolutions from here on out, I think will take care of itself. Right? At least I hope so. Now, I just want to say before we end the video that this whole thing is a little bit of a theory that I had in my head. I mean, I probably ripped off parts of it from like, self-help videos or little bits of conversation that I've had with friends. And right now, in this current moment in time, it sounds like a pretty sound idea. We might revisit this in a year, might reconsider it, but I hope 2021 is a year where you find out all your reasons for doing the things you do. And those reasons take you closer to the places you want to go. Until then, my friends, take care, take it easy. I will see you in the next video. Bye! My name is Jeremy. Thank you so much for watching this strange little video where I'm talking to the camera about a thing that I'm trying to do in 2021, but at the same time telling you to do it as well, which is this really weird conversational piece because it's not confirmed. But hey, come along with me on the ride and let's see how it works out for the both of us.